Item 6, questions from members of the Council. No questions have been received this evening. Item 7, notices of motion. We have one notice of motion for which this meeting has been called. Councillor Stephenson, can you please introduce and propose the motion?
Thank you very much, Chair. It may seem strange to stand here proposing to remove the leader from office with a mere 7 out of 27 councillors publicly supporting this motion. The maths clearly does not work, but we stand a united minority determined to serve our residents and our county by using our constitutional rights to speak out. Council may feel we have pressed the red constitutional button unreasonably. So I remind you that my group has tried to change the approach taken by the leader, for example to local government reorganisation, with a lighter touch when we successfully tabled an amendment at the Special Council in February calling for public engagement events and a vote at each stage before submission of any proposals to government. This did not happen prior to March's submission. In May 23, when the leader took office, she pledged to this council an administration that would be transparent to residents. It is not. If it was, there would be no surprises for residents, and yet there have been. Ryle Library, post-16 transport, a cabinet-approved policy in February to recover full costs for services, leading to a decision taken in May, resulting in parents now facing a transport bill of approximately £1,000 per year, unexpected and the source of significant financial pressure for some households. The leader also pledged to engage thoroughly with residents on key issues. We find ourselves faced with a once-in-a-generation change to local government. Local government reorganisation will impact how our services are designed and delivered, who will make the decisions that impact our everyday lives. In short, the independence of Rutland could be lost. It must not be confused with devolution. Formal consultation with residents has only just taken place, despite interim proposals having been submitted in March. Rutland's outlining a 3-unitary model covering Leicestershire, Leicester City and Rutland. It is essential that further consultation takes place to enable residents to identify which option they would choose, as this was not asked in the survey questions. The leader has placed Rutland on a path to the loss of independence by agreeing in January that we are in an area that needs reorganisation, this without consultation. The leader has persisted in her position that there is no case for Rutland to stay as we are because there is no choice. This despite announcing at July School Council she would prefer Rutland to stay as we are. I expect a leader who is the principal spokesperson for our council to stand up and challenge central government when directives may not be in the best interests of our community. The leader pledged to listen to residents. Despite a petition to protect our ceremonial status being signed by 7,000 residents, the largest wet signature petition presented in the House of Commons this century, the leader has been prepared to accept the Secretary of State's intention this would not change post-reorganisation. Intention is not a legally binding commitment. If there is to be a change in approach, there must be a change in leader, and that change must happen now. Final proposals for local government reorganisation must be submitted by November, not to mention that Rutland's budget setting process for 25-26 will be well underway. What could a change in administration mean for Rutland? Assurance that all options for reorganisation, including one that states the case for Rutland's independence, are thoroughly consulted on to help inform debate in the Council chamber in October prior to submission in November. Assurance that during the budget setting process, post-16 transport is revisited. Assurance that where there are any changes to service, those directly impacted will be engaged with so there are no surprises And most importantly, any actions to mitigate impact can be co-designed. Being a leader of a council is not easy and never has been, but there are different ways of doing it. It is the view of my group the current management style of the leader is not right for Rutland, hence the motion before council this evening. Thank you, Chair. And I look for a seconder.
Thank you, Councillor Stephenson. Councillor Karen Payne has seconded. Oh, do you wish to speak, Councillor Payne?
I'd like to reserve my right to speak, please, Chair.
Yes. Okay, members, we are now open to debate the motion.